Hi guys, I'm Xavier Hopkins. I get a lot of common questions on my videos asking about my eyesight and how I ride with this. So today I've come to Rogate Bike Park to explain how my eyesight impacts my riding and how I've adapted my riding to suit my disability. So here we are at tunnel vision, which is one of the most technical sections on the hill, and it's a very good example of how I tackle technical features such as ruts, roots and drops. So the first few features on this trail are a rut and two stumps. The rut is barely noticeable to me until I'm coming in, and when I'm in the rut then you have to be committed to it. Also the two stumps, which are either side of the rut, are very difficult for me to notice, so it's imperative that I walk the track before just going straight down at full speed. After the off-camber section we come into this tight right-hand drop, which lands into an off-camber loose left-hand corner. This is a section where it's vital for me to walk the track, as I can't see where I'm going to land before I'm in the air. Here we are on Triple R rated, one of the fastest jump tracks on the hill. To get the triple right, you have to hit the corners before perfectly, which is quite difficult because they're tight berms and they're often scattered with dappled light, which means I can't really see anything into the berms. After the corners there are two compressions which lead into a step down which can either be doubled or tripled. Again, walking and memorising my line is incredibly important here because the jump is too long for me to be able to see the landing from the takeoff. Social media has become a massive part of mountain biking, and accessing social media requires using a phone or a computer. A lot of people have asked me how I do this with my sight, and Apple have a great selection of tools that you can use for accessibility, such as magnifying the screen about 20 times larger than it is normally, and dictation to read what's on the screen back to you, which is very useful for my case. When riding lots of jump trails there's often unrollable jumps or gap jumps which are very scary to hit first time. A lot of people have asked me how I do this, as judging the distance is impossible really with no 3D vision. Often I find that most jump trails have a setup jump beforehand, and if you clear that normally you'll be fine to clear the double afterwards. If I'm still not confident, there's no shame in towing someone in who I know can hit the jump perfectly. A lot of things like bike maintenance and mechanics are pretty impossible for me. Luckily I have a really good bike shop down the road called AW Cycles in Reading who look after me. But I find also making my bike clean after every ride often avoids a lot of issues that most people come into. The most difficult question I'm ever asked is what I can actually see. It's very difficult to describe this to people as my vision has been the same since birth. I tried to explain it as it's like a very, very overexposed picture where the camera is shaking uncontrollably, which means anything that's more than about 2 meters away is pretty much just a blurry object for me, which is unrecognisable. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that this has answered some of the questions that you've had and that I get asked commonly. If you have any other questions that I haven't covered in this video, be sure to leave them in the comments and I'll reply to you as soon as I can.